So welcome everybody, my name is Angel and I'm making this video to show you how to easily localize an iOS app. If you have ever tried to localize an application before, you probably already know that it's quite difficult sometimes. First, because you have different formats for code and for interface builder, and also the interface builder files are not easily localizable. You have to use external tools and stuff that always get complex. So for that I have created this library. There are a few things to explain, but I prefer that you just read it and let's go to an example that I think will clarify everything. So let's start with this. This is an empty project. It's just created from scratch. It doesn't contain any magic or anything, just some regular files, interface builder components, like for example you can see some labels, same for the first view, and of course some of the text is set by using ns localize string, which already works by default in iOS. So we need to localize this app. So let's start by first setting a new locale. Let's use Spanish, which is my native language. Okay, then let's just add a new file, new strings file, where we will contain all the text translated. Of course, we need to set this as localized. One is the English version, and the other is the Spanish version. Okay, so right now we have two files, English and Spanish. Both of them are empty. These are the files that will be used when for looking keys like this one, and also the ones that will be used with our library in the interface builder. But let's see first how to deal with it. One thing I need to do right now is to remove the previous localized strings. This is a bug that I need to fix in the library, but well, it's easily fixable. So okay, so Apple provides two tools. One is gemstrings, which will take all the localized strings from your code, and the other one is the IB tool, which will do something similar but for interface builder files. The problem with these two are that they use different formats, and they don't play well when you have to merge content. So it's quite nasty to work with it. For that, I have created a new tool that is called AGi18n. That will just, well, you just run it and automatically creates the content. Well, this is just the same problem with encoding. Let's set UTF. Don't get scared, this is only one time and it will be fixed. So for now it's an easy fix. So yeah, this, as you see, it just creates for all the languages that you have in your project. It just gets out all the strings, not only from the code like this, but also from the interface builder files, together with a nice comment that you can use to know where this text comes from. So let's make a few translations. Let's load something random here. Okay, so we have our file translated, and now if we run it in the simulator, we see the application in English. Of course, we need to stop the simulator and change the language to see it in Spanish. International language, Spanish. Okay, so if we run it again, we can actually see the two tabs. They are translated, but not the content inside. Of course, this is just because the content inside comes from the zip files, and as we said, there is no native support for loading the keys from in the localizable strings into the zip files. So how can we deal with this? Well, there are a few ways. You can follow Apple advice, but I don't like it, as I said. So my library works in a totally different way. The only thing you need to do is just drag and drop the content, or you can use also Cocoa Pods if you prefer. Okay, content already exists. It's because I already created the library before, like for this example. But okay, it doesn't matter. Just let's do it again. So you add the library in your project. You don't need to configure anything. It's just a bunch of code that will make all the magic. So if we run this again, here it is. The content of the interface builder is also translated, as well as the ones that come from code. So this is all magic. It doesn't need to modify anything in your code. You don't need to modify any property in the zip files or anything. It will just look for every single element in the zip file. Will just look for the localizable string, and if it's found, it will place the translation. What else? Well, sometimes when you are working, you need to modify the zip files after the translations have been already translated. So let's imagine that we have here a placeholder, a new element, like say keyword. Yes, and let's put also a new button just to simulate something new action. Okay, let's increase the size. Okay, if we run this again, of course this will not be translated because it's not, as I explained, it's not in the localizable strings, so it just uses the default content. How can we translate this? Well, once again, just run the tool, and this tool will automatically merge whatever you had previously in your localizable strings together with the new content. So you can see here where that all the content that we previously translated is already there, but we have some new actions like nueva acción and buscar palabra, and they are all sorted by name, by key, alphabetically. So that's all you need to do. Just run again. And here it is, buscar palabra, nueva acción. Both interface builder files get also translated as before. Quite easy, straightforward. Just include the files in your app. Everything else will just work. And you have these utilities to just help you out getting all the strings out of your app. So I hope you enjoyed this small demo, and of course, if you want to make any comment or suggestion or even fix or extend the library, just feel free, and I will be glad if you're using it and you enjoy it as much as I do. So see you next time, and have fun.